Hello, welcome to Tiempo, a podcast where we explore current affairs through music. I am Sharon Curtis.
And I'm Shadae Henriques, and today we're here with Peacemakers.
1, 2, 3, go.
Sometimes I dream about reality. Sometimes I feel so gone. Sometimes I dream about a wide, wide world. Sometimes I feel so lonesome. Have I been my day? Say something good to me, yeah. This world got crazy. It's an emergency, Tonight I dream about fidelity. Tonight I say one day my dreams will be reality, yeah. Like Bobby said to me, have I been my day? Say something good to me, yeah. This world got crazy. It's an emergency. Whoa, have I been my day? Say something good to me, yeah. This world got crazy. It's an emergency. Whoa. Tonight I look through my window and I can't see no lights. Tonight I look to my window and I can't see no lights. Tonight I look through my window and I can't see no lights. Tonight I look through my window, yeah.
Let's meet the members.
Hello everyone. I'm Iqbal and I'm from India, and today I'm playing the harmonium. It's an Indian instrument, so I hope you all will enjoy it.
Me? Okay. I'm Daniel, or Daniel in English. My mom was from Colombia, my dad from Ecuador. I'm glad to be here in your program, and I'm glad to be with my guys here. Yeah.
I'm Owen. I'm up here on the organ. I'm same as Danielle over here. I'm just happy to be here and have a nice interview.
Yeah, my name is Ken. You can call me Kenny, from Nigeria, and I'm the bass player of the band and the backbone of every music. So enjoy.
Hi, my name is Glen. I'm a representative of the Guided Astral Consciousness, one of my own solo projects, and I'm glad to be playing with these fine young people here today.
Awesome. What inspired you to explore the theme of music in wartime?
I think one of the biggest things, as of recent years at the very least, is probably the Ukrainian war, for example. A lot of conflicts going on all around the world, not just like the Ukrainian, but also the Palestinian war. And there's been a lot of like unspoken or kind of gleamed over topics that we thought, even if we're not directly talking about them all the time in the songs, it's good to like shed some light on these conflicts that are happening all the time, because there's wars like going all over the place that most people don't even know about, but they're still happening. People are still dying.
And I think music is the only thing that we will make a peace with music. So the war, we are like human are beating each other. It's not a good thing. Music is a symbol of peace. So that's why it inspired us to that, like a lot of singers and a lot of artists who did good things on war, like they like national international things, like they make a lot of big songs and produce big songs that like make effect on the war. So it will like music is the only thing that make peace in between the two each other.
So how does the theme of music in wartime resonate with you all as a band?
Yeah, like you were saying about Ukraine, about every war in history, right? And nowadays, but we have inner wars, we have civil wars, we have corruption. For example, in my country right now, they are fighting. There is a civil war there. My brother is fighting. He's in the Navy, so I was so like moved doing the lyrics, you know. And I was inspired by this Manu Chao guy that he's from France and he is like also Spanish, and this song that claims about Bob Marley, because Bob Marley is an icon, right? So he represents love and fighting for your rights and peace. But I love Manu Chao because he blends languages like French, English, and Spanish, and it's something that I want to do, because music is to be united. Like right now, we are like from St.Johns, right? Glen and Eoin, right? But my friend Kenny or Kehinde is from Africa, from Nigeria, and my friend Iqbal, you know, is from India, and I'm from Ecuador, from Latin America. So that's the beauty of music, to get together, you know. And we are fighting right now because we want to get the things well done, like the lyrics and the exposure of our art right now. So it's a symbol. Yeah.
You chose Mr. Bobby as your cover today, a song about Bob Marley. What impact has Bob Marley's music had on the topic of war and peace?
Yeah, like I think that I was ahead of that question right now, because I was talking about Bob Marley, that he represents. He's an icon, and he moved ourselves because we want peace in this world. We want love, you know, and for real. It's not just that we are saying that, but we mean it. We need peace. We need love. It's, you know, is too much politics, but we are like real people. Like we are working and we're studying, and someone is making the wars and making business out of it. Yeah.
So music can bring unity and love. So Bob Marley, you know, stands for I would categorically, you know, compare him to like an activist, which, you know, using music to advocate for peace during the war. You know, in some countries, right, the political parties fighting war, you know, between each other. You know, Bob Marley uses his song bringing peace between them, and So I see him as a legend and an activist of music, using music to bring peace to the world.
Okay. So historically, music has had a big role during conflicts and wars. What artists have influenced your music?
Rolling Stones, for sure. I think the catalyst was Painted Black. I'm sure basically everybody knows that song by now. One of the pinnacle songs in the 60s and of anti-war protest, as well as Barry Maguire with the Eve of Destruction. I think you need to talk about war and the horrors and the things that happen so you can realize, how bad it is. And it might bring some unity. Like even Canada, just growing up here, like war and all of everything that's going on typically today has never ever reached Canada soil. And it's one of the first times absolutely in my lifetime that we're seeing the same kind of discrimination or unrest, political unrest in Canada. And so I think that
some I want to add too to that, if that's all right, is something that influenced my decision to like communicate and like theme and talk about like war throughout the music here is a song by a band you might have heard of. Unfortunately, disbanded quite recently, but they were known as Black Midi, and they had this song called Welcome to Hell, and essentially it was describing more of an internal view of like why war is hell, essentially, like PTSD, like abuse from like higher ups and stuff, and that it's just leaving you like a cold shell of a human at the end of the day when everything's said and done, just following orders and all that. So it's not just like the people who end up dead are the only ones affected. It's like the people who have to live the rest of their life having gone through that, having had their families taken away or having to take a family away. It's awful on all fronts, yeah.
Guerra, corruption, social distortion, civil wars, drugs, social division. Guerra is business. Don't like their business. No más miedo. No more fear. Stupidity, harm, fire, guerra is business. Don't like their business. No more fear. No more fear. This is for us. This is for us. Where we divided. No más guerra. No más miedo.
One of the lyrics of your song says, "War is business." What does this mean?
Well, like I was saying, that we were playing in my place the other day, and we were talking about war, and I was moved, really moved, because like I said, my brother David, he's fighting, he's in the Navy, so I was really moved, and I was with a glass of wine. But I was thinking about like politics too, like war is just business because the rich people is getting richer and the poor are getting killed and getting poorer, you know? That's my take on that one, yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree, but also like to add on to that, it's also like, it's like how there's false advertising to a degree, like in similarity with propaganda, like, oh, you know, we're doing this to like, you know, defend our country, to protect our resources, when in actuality they could be doing this to invade a country for oil, for their resources, or to like snuff out opposition of some kind. So it's not just like a matter of, yeah, it's a business, definitely, but they're also trying to mask their real business plans from the general public, which they claim to serve.
When you run a country like a business, basically there's no ethics. And what ends up happening is the people in power just sit there like the CEOs, and they bark orders and make decisions for other people, and they become the majority of the people become helpless. It's frightening, and hopefully we can get some awareness to this and pull together, and let's change the system.
Yeah, like they start seeing their citizens as more assets than actual people and stuff, just something to be used.
So what was the writing process behind Fireharp?
Okay, we had like this idea, right?
Yeah. Okay, so it was a little more confusing because I originally wrote the song and like created it. Originally, it was more about an internal conflict, like dealing with like mental health and like me kind of like a lot of inner struggles in like my mind at the time. But when Danny kind of approached me about it, I realized there was actually a lot of connections to external conflict within the song, with the theming, and so we kind of made it about not exactly just conflict in general, obviously with a heavy centric focus on war, but originally it was more about like internal conflict and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's Danny like took the tune and expanded on it greatly. Thank you, by the way. The lyrics are awesome. But yeah, it's really interesting how something like kind of started as more of a personal like vent song, I suppose, and became something more about like an outward kind of statement about how the world is today and like what it could be doing better and what it's not doing good.
Okay. What recent conflicts have impacted your songwriting?
I think for one, as I mentioned earlier, is the Israeli and Palestinian war that has been happening. A lot of brutal fatalities and everything going on between that, and obviously the Ukraine and Russian war that is still going on to this day. I honestly almost forgot how long it's been going on. It's been going on like practically since like COVID almost. It's been so long. It's at that point where you realize it's part of my language, but it's because you start to forget why they're even fighting in the first place. Like, and I think sometimes the people fighting don't even remember.
With the recent news about a Canadian woman being detained by U.S. immigration and the current U.S. administration, how do you think that will continue to affect Canadians?
Sure. I will be traveling to the U.S. shortly. It makes me feel a little bit uneasy after going to Las Vegas, San Francisco, and I had fantastic times. No real issues. But now, like, just knowing that, wow, I'm a Canadian and I don't know what that means, but it does make you feel a little bit more uneasy than normal. And so something that typically we never had to deal with, and now we do. And first time dealing with something like this, I think it makes you just genuinely nervous. And yeah, it makes you think twice about, going there. And maybe you might pick somewhere else that's also beautiful.
Yeah. Obviously, it's between like all the ICE, deportation going on, that and like the tariff war, and it's the relationship obviously between America and Canada is not looking good. But I think people have to realize this is affecting a lot more than just two countries, because it further isolates the United States away from all the countries that it's both adjacent to and even the ones far away that heavily rely on imports and resources from the United States. I mean, for example, like Donald Trump was at one point like trying to like claim to take over Greenland, which is not even in the same continent as we speak of. So it's clear that it's not just beef with us because we're like right above them, or messing with South America because they're right below. It's clear that they're acting very antagonistic towards the rest of the world.
Yeah, very divisive.
Yes. Well said. So now you guys are going to play your third song.
Dancer, you come from so far away. You are a mother that holds her children in praise. I am a singer that felt you looking my way. It was nice to meet you. Maybe we'll marry someday. Yeah. I got you thinking, did he forget the words? Were they too absurd? Singing where it's hard to been. I got you dreaming that you were in my world, gonna be my girl, looking for the love within. There's no need to worry, we all need to take a break from unhappiness sometimes, yeah. There's no need to worry when we're feeling God's love, yeah, we're feeling our love tonight. No need to
take a break from unhappiness sometimes, yeah. There's no need to worry when we're feeling our love, yeah, we're feeling our love. No need to worry, we all need to take a break from unhappiness sometimes, yeah. There's no need to worry when we're feeling God's love, yeah, we're feeling our love tonight. No need to worry. Sunflowers light the path as she walks past on shoes of polished glass. No need to worry. Because she walks on glass. No need to worry. No need to worry. Because she walks on glass. Thank you.
Thank you. It seems like a love song. Could you tell us a bit more what this song is about?
Sure. It is a love song. Strangely enough, it's about a woman I met that is from the Ukraine, and we had a couple of discussions about, like, you know, what wartime has meant to her and what brought her to Newfoundland. And without getting, too much into it, it inspired me to write this song. And I know that a lot of people are feeling down these days, and but sometimes you just kind of gotta forget it and see what's right in front of you and appreciate it.
Okay. So in your song you say sunflowers light the path as she walks past on shoes of polished glass. So what does that lyric mean to you?
It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it?
It is, just a little bit.
Took me a while to get that. Yeah, I can tell you basically exactly what it means. Sunflowers are like kind of a national symbol of with Ukraine, and they bring happiness and sunshine. And I think that when this woman breaks free from her shackles or from whatever, she will find the path that's lit by the sunflowers, and they will light the way. And and at first the idea of glass was she walks on glass. It had to do with broken windows and stuff that she told me about. But after I wanted to kind of put a happier spin on it, so I decided she's like the Cinderella that I found, and sunflowers will light the path as she walks past on shoes of polished glass.
What message are you hoping to convey with your song?
A bit of awareness, hope. No matter where you are, there are people observing you, and empathy is not dead. And just that everybody goes through a lot of hardships, and there's different things that you can see. Symbolism is something that I really feel strongly about. I think that there's very powerful symbols in the world that can be used for a lot of good, and hope. And that's pretty much where I want to go with this song. I kind of want to be like, even though you might be, people see your efforts, even though you think they may not, and it makes an impact on a lot of people's lives. Even though so just being nice to somebody at the Tim Hortons and just saying thank you, or your hair looks nice. Somebody told me my hair looked nice 2 years ago, and I said, okay, that's cool.
Thank you for being here. This has been Iqbal, Daniel, Eoin, Glen, and Kenny.
This is a joint production between journalism, applied music, sound recording and sound production students at College of the North Atlantic. Thank you for tuning in to Tiempo.